I'm Eric Restivo, and let's queer up the USA View. Fired FBI trainee says pride flag dismissal sparked new Lavender Scare. A decorated FBI special agent trainee says his firing over a pride flag display has triggered, a new wave of fear inside the bureau. David Maltinsky, 36, was dismissed 3 weeks before graduating from the FBI Academy on Quantico. He told The Advocate that LGBTQ plus employees across all 56 field offices reacted within hours. He said, quote, people immediately started scouring their desks of pride flags, anything personal in nature, even it spread like wildfire, end quote. Maltinsky's lawsuit, filed Wednesday in federal court, alleges FBI Director Kash Patel and Attorney General Pamela Bondi unconstitutionally terminated him for displaying a Progress pride flag at his Los Angeles workstation years earlier, a flag the FBI once flew itself. He warned, quote, there's definitely concern that a Lavender Scare has been sparked, end quote. He described a dramatic shift from earning top diversity awards to suddenly being seen as a political target. Civil rights attorney Chris Mattei, representing Maltinsky, called the firing part of a wider purge. Maltinsky, now unhoused and jobless, says he's fighting for every LGBTQ employee afraid to be visible. He said, quote, stay the course, stay strong, end quote. You know, it's a shame that this is not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, even LGBTQ employee, FBI trainee, military trainee, electrical engineer, sound special. I'm trying to think of any sort of career or path or way that you've decided to live your life, someone who has not been persecuted for this, and unfortunately nothing shocks me anymore. So it's just another one.
No, I feel so terrible for this person. It's never okay to discriminate in hiring and firing, but at the same time, hearing an FBI agent, especially under Trump's FBI, they're mistreating me. That's like hearing a log cabin Republican being shocked there's homophobia in the Republican Party. The FBI has 100-year history of terrible acts. They're talking about how they treated Martin Luther King, Waco, how James Comey treated the 2016 election. The FBI is not a good institution. Please, for the love of God, find a new career path, young man. I really hope for you on that.
I'm chuckling because I forgot about the log cabin Republicans.
Yeah, they're forgettable. They are forgettable.
Well,
hey, girls.
but if I heard you correctly, he was fired for a flag he had on his desk years prior.
Yes. At his Los Angeles workstation, which he no longer was at.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's crazy. So and that's all part of this revisionist history that this administration is doing.
Well,
and trying to get rid of everything that's not, And
I know the FBI is afraid of the Trump administration for the retaliation. I mean, no matter what you think of the FBI, there's the fear across the board of retaliation and being fired. But to dig, like Jennifer said, and go back in history, that's just, It's
unnecessary. And it's things, these are things that past Republican administrations were not obsessing over, right? We weren't distracted by silly things because of who the person running the country was. It's like the Republican Party now has all of it. We were talking about it quickly before this, but we were saying Nicki Minaj is a new artist who has gone to the Republican side, or maybe she's always been Republican. Now she's just showing her right colors. But there's a difference, in my opinion. And Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong. In Republican and long-standing Republicans, by the way, I'm talking 10 plus years of being a Republican, 15 now, and then MAGA. It's a different thing, and I know it's under the same umbrella, but that's how I feel.
And Trump definitely has treated the FBI differently, very poorly. Yeah. Remember, I'm no fan of James Comey, but people don't always remember when James Comey was fired by Trump. He was not in D.C. He was actually on a work trip, and he pulled the FBI director's security at the same time. Yeah. That was a very dangerous thing he did. He treats the FBI so much. That's one of the reasons I feel for this young man, but I also am giving a hard time. Trump has a very long history of mistreating the FBI in his first term and now in this term.
And it's a major deflection. I mean, like Jennifer said before, going back and digging into history and looking under every nook and cranny and rock for what they can get against somebody in the community. When you look at the ongoing saga, I hate to bring it up, the Epstein files. Which, you know, and then you look at, well, why aren't they going after that? Why is that not being pursued to the vigor that it should be?
If you want my hypothesis, it's an easy way to know who will be blindly loyal to Trump. Remember, his FBI director is, I think someone mentioned, wasn't he a podcaster? He's just blindly loyal, and they're trying to weed out anyone that might actually care about the rule of law or like obey the rules and not just be blindly
He's
loyal.
just looking for people to say,
Nazi
jump,
Germany.
you know, jump, go, you know, and that's what it is, human sacrifice. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.